let's take a look at all the major changes included in this update. I'm going to leave this on the screen for a little bit for you to take it all in and hopefully get you very excited for what is to come. Okay, so the very first big update is all about the goalkeeper, and especially his ability to save long shots. So in the update, we now better reflect the value of both goalkeeper and shooting attributes, creating a better balance between them. And we also want to reward good chance creation. This means if you put your player into a good position to score, he will be successful. However, if you're attempting a very difficult shot, the goalkeeper will most likely save it. So let's look at some examples. I'm sure many of you have experienced a situation like this before. Your opponent takes a long shot and you expect your goalkeeper to save it, but instead he seems rooted to the spot and reacts way too late before he can make a diving save. So now let's take a look at the new goalkeeper. Now he can make these amazing diving saves and overall becomes more reliable and consistent. And he should be making these saves because those are difficult shots. They're from far out and generally have a difficult angle towards the goal. So the higher rated your goalkeeper, the more likely you will save it. That being said, you can still score these amazing long shots in FIFA Mobile. If you have a high-rated shooter and set yourself up in a good position, you will still be successful. But overall, we've improved the balance between the goalkeeper and the shooter in this update. Moving on to the next item, which I'm sure many of you are excited to see. We've heard your feedback and we agree. In situations like these, you expect your player to score. This is especially frustrating in versus attack when your player misses easy chances like this. So I'm excited to announce that we increased the accuracy of the weak foot for close to mid-range, allowing you to convert great chances with ease. That said, as you move further away from the goal or attempt difficult shots, your player will still be less accurate with his weak foot. Remember, this is all relative based on his finishing and long shot attribute as well as the weak foot rating. Moving on to versus attack. Again, thank you for your feedback. We have been listening and bring 2 changes with the update. First, all basic chances are now equally challenging and better reflect their quality. Secondly, we want to make sure that high-rated defenders feel more valuable and more impactful during your opponent's turn. Let's take a look at some examples. Here you can see snapshots of basic chances. They generally have more defenders you need to beat and start further away from the goal. You can still convert them successfully, of course, they just require a little more skill than before. Next, let's talk about skill moves and the stun time applied to defenders. Currently, it's too easy to bypass defenders as they are stunned for a long time. So now with the update, we've reduced the stun time to be much shorter, but still give you that brief moment to allow separation. The amount of stun time is dependent on the rating of the defenders. Use these indicators in gameplay to see if the opponent defender is higher rated, equally rated, or lower rated than your player. We really want to build towards a more skill-based gameplay, where you need to time your skill move to be successful. We believe that these changes will bring better balance to versus attack and reward player skill. The next item has been highly requested and I'm very excited to announce we're bringing back the player switching to FIFA Mobile. This means you can now choose between automatic, fully manual, or semi-automatic, where we only switch you automatically during airball situations such as a cross, a lob, a lofted through pass, or loose ball situations. So now you can go to the settings, to your gameplay preferences, and at the very bottom you'll find these new switching settings. Turn off the player auto switch to be fully manual. However, when you have auto switch on, you get a second option to toggle between a fully automatic or a semi-automatic. And now, let's take a look at all the remaining quality fixes and tuning included in this update. First, we've improved the kit clash logic. Now what this means is that we now do a much better job of selecting the color of your and your opponent's kit. Next, we've also fixed an issue where minor collisions would be called by the referee as a foul. Thanks to your feedback, we have identified 2 skill moves that are currently too overpowered. Open up, fake shot, and lane change are therefore being reduced in their effectiveness. Staying with skill moves here, we also fixed an issue where the consecutive error was not applied correctly. Now what does this mean? If you're chaining skill moves, doing one skill move after the other, the skill move will become less effective. Moving on to versus attack and league versus league. We now delay gesture passes and free kicks only by 1.5 seconds to address the issue of unintentional passes. And lastly, in league versus league, we now completely remove counterattacks. So there you have it, guys. We hope you're excited to try out these new changes. We will include more details with our patch notes with the release of the update, so make sure to check it out.